Good morning, everyone. This is Akash, your mathematics teacher. I hope you all are fine. And now, in this situation, we are continuing our mathematics class with the help of video lessons. And in the previous three videos, we are dealing with the length, with the chapter one of your mathematics, that is integers. And today we'll start the part 4 of the video, and we'll learn how to use how do we do different multiplications of integers, and we'll learn about different properties of multiplication of integers. Okay, so let's proceed. First, we have to learn how to use different signs. We know how many signs we have in the mathematics. In integers, there are positive signs and there are negative signs. So there is a basic formula by which signs are used for integers. Like if an integer with positive sign is multiplied with a positive sign, then the result will be positive. Okay. If a negative integer is multiplied with a, then the result will be negative. If a positive integer is multiplied with a negative integer, the result will be negative. And if a negative integer is multiplied with a negative integer, the result will be positive. Okay. So when positive is multiplied with positive, the result is positive. It means, suppose I write 2 into 2, the result will be 4. And if a negative is multiplied with positive, suppose I have minus 2 into 3, the result will be minus 6. Okay. Now if we multiply 3 into minus 2, similarly the result will be minus 6. Now if we multiply two negative numbers, minus 3 into minus 2, the result will be plus 6. Okay. So while doing multiplication, you have to keep in mind what signs are there. Suppose you have a multiplication minus 2 into minus 3 into minus 1. What will be the result? Now first you will multiply the signs. Minus into minus is plus, plus into minus is minus, so the sign will be minus, and the result will be 2 into 3 is 6, 6 into 1 is 6. The result will be minus 6. Suppose you have minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1. What will be the result? Minus into minus plus, plus into minus minus, minus into minus plus. So the result will be plus 1. Okay. So similarly, in this way, signs are used in the multiplications of integers. Okay. Now let us see some properties of multiplication of integer. First, we have the closure property. Now in the previous class we had studied about the closure property of addition. Okay. What did it say? It said that any two integers when added, the result will be an integer. Similarly, here also, if a and b are any two integers and it gets multiplied and the result becomes c, then c will also be an integer. Okay. Like suppose we have minus 2 into 3, the result is minus 6. Minus 6 is an integer. Suppose we have 0 into 5, the result is 0. 0 is also an integer. So closure property is obeyed by integers. Okay. Then the next property we have is the commutative property. Commutative property means what? In the previous class we studied commutative property means a into b is equal to b into a. It means if we exchange the places, then it will be remain the same. Suppose we have minus 3 into 4. What is the result? Is minus 12. Suppose I write 4 into minus 3. What will be the result? The result will be similarly minus 12. So that is the commutative property, and commutative property is obeyed by the integers. Okay. Then we have multiplicative identity. Multiplicative identity means what? Suppose I write 5 into 1, the result will be 5. Suppose I write minus 7 into 1, the result will be minus 7. It means when 1 is multiplied with any integer, the result remains the same. It means suppose a is an integer, it is multiplied with 1, then the result will also be a. Okay. So what is multiplicative identity? Remember, additive identity is always 0, and multiplicative identity, right now you studied, multiplicative identity is always 1. Okay. So multiplicative identity is 1. Okay, then we have the next property which is known as associative property. Now in the previous class we studied the associative property of addition of integers. Okay, now we'll study associative property of multiplication. Now associative property we can write like this: a into b into c will be equal to a into b into c. Remember, in the previous class I told about the importance of brackets. Okay, wherever there is bracket, that will be multiplied first. Okay, so if we first multiply the first two numbers, that is a into b, and then multiply into it with c, then what if the result is x, then if we multiply b and c and multiply it with a, then the result will be also same as x. Let us take an example. Suppose we have 4 into 3 into minus 2. Now what will be the result? 4 into 3 is 12, 12 into minus 2 is minus 24. Now if I do write it like this, 4 into 3 into minus 2. Now what will be the result? 3 into minus 2 is minus 6 into 4. The result will be minus 24. So in this way, associative property is also obeyed by the multiplication of integers. Okay. Now we have the next property, and it is one of the most important properties of multiplication, which is known as distributive property. Okay. Now what is distributive property? Suppose I have a into b plus c. Look, b plus c is multiplied with a. Okay, it means b plus c is added first, then the result is multiplied with a. Okay, so a into b plus c will be equal to ab plus ac. This is distributive property. Look at the title. The title says distributive property. It means it is distributed. There are b plus c. It means b is multiplied with a and c is also multiplied with a. B and c is distributed with a. That is why the name is distributive property. Okay. So a into b plus c will be equal to ab plus ac. Now let us prove this with the help of example. Suppose I have 16 into 10 plus 2, and what will be the distributive form of this? 16 into 10 plus 16 into 2, right? Now we will find these two, we will find the result of these two, and we will prove that these two are similar. Now 16 into 10 plus 2, within bracket there is 10 plus 2, so this will be done first. 16 into 10 plus 2 is 12. Okay, 16 into 12. Now what is the result of 16 into 12? It will be 192. Okay, 16 into 12 is 192. So here the result became 192. Now we have 16 into 10 plus 16 into 2. Now 16 into 10 is what? Is 160, plus 16 into 2 is what? Is 32. It means 192. Okay, so these two became the same. So distributive property is obeyed by the integers. Now what is the use of distributive property? Suppose you have to find a calculation like 30 into 48. Now to do this multiplication, you can use different methods, right? But we can also do this like with the help of distributive property, and that will be easier and there will be less error. We can write this as 30 into 40 plus 8. Now which will be equal to 30 into 40 plus 30 into 8. Okay, so this will be equal to 30 into 40. What is 30 into 40? 30 into 40 is 1200 plus 30 into 8. 30 into 8 is 240. Now we have to add 1200 plus 240. It is 1440. So in this way distributive property is used while doing the calculations. Okay, so these are the properties of integers. Now we will see some examples. Okay, now suppose I have to do a calculation of 12 into minus 4 into 25. Now, what is the basic procedure? The basic procedure is first we will multiply 12 into minus 4, then the result will be multiplied with 25. Okay. Now alternatively we can first, we know 25 into 4 is 100. Now 100 is easier to multiply with any number, so first we will multiply 4 into 25, minus 4 into 25. So minus 4 into 25 is what? Minus 100 into 12. It will be minus 1200. Okay. Now for your betterment, I want to give one suggestion, that while doing any multiplication, first check the sign used by you. Now what I mean, here the sign is positive, here the sign is negative, here the sign is positive. So in the result, what will be the overall sign? Plus into minus is minus, minus into plus is minus. So in the result, the sign will be minus. So here the sign is minus. So this is correct. So you have to, while doing any calculations, you have to check the sign. Okay. Now similarly, suppose you have to I told you how to use the distributive property. Okay. Now suppose you have to you have a multiplication like this, minus 38 into minus 98. Now we know minus 98 is there. It means minus 98 into 98, we can write it as minus 38 into. We have minus 98, means we can say minus 98 can be written as minus 100 plus 2. Right? Minus 38 into minus 100 plus 2. Now distributive property will be applied here. Minus 38 into minus 100 plus minus 38 into 2. Okay, which will be equal to minus 38 into minus 100. Minus into minus is plus, so it will be 3800 plus minus 38 into 2. It will be minus 76. Now you have to do minus 3800 plus and minus is minus, minus 76. 3800 minus. So what will be the result? The result will be 3724. Okay. So like this you can see. Now let us see an example. This example in your book is the example number 4, which is in the page number 20. Okay. Now let us read the example first. Whatever the question is there, first understand the question, then it will be very easier to find the answer. Okay. So let us read the question. In a class test containing 15 questions. Okay. So what is the total number of questions? So total number of questions is 15. Now 4 marks are given for every correct answer. Okay. So for correct answer, what is given? 4 marks is given, and minus 2 mark is given for every incorrect answer. Okay. And for every incorrect answer, what is the mark given is minus 2. Okay. We have the basic details now. Okay. What are the basic details? Total number of questions is 15. For every correct answer, 4 marks is given, and for every incorrect answer, minus 2 marks is given. Now we have 2 parts in this question. First part is Gurpreet attempts all questions. Okay, she attempted all the questions, but only 9 of her answers are correct. So now we will mark here number I, the first part. Now total correct answers. What are the correct answers? Correct answers are 9. So automatically what will be the incorrect answers? Incorrect answers will be, total are 15, 9 of them are correct, so incorrect will be 6. 15 minus 9 is 6. Now how many marks can he get for correct answer? For every correct answer there is 4 marks. So total marks for correct answer is 4 into 9, which is 36. Now for every incorrect answer minus 2 mark is there. So total mark for incorrect answer is minus 2 into 6 will be minus 12. Okay. Now what will be the total mark? So the total mark will be 36 plus minus 12. So what will be the result? The result will be 24. So what marks will she secure? She will secure total 24 marks. Okay. Now let us come to the second part of the problem. One of her friends got 5 correct answers. So her friends, how many correct answers are there for her friend? The correct answer are 5. So automatically what will be the incorrect answer? There are total 15 questions, correct are 5, so incorrect will be automatically 10. Now for every correct answer she get 4 marks. So total 5 correct answers are there. So total answer, only answers for correct answers are 4 into 5. So marks for correct answers are 4 into 5 is 20. Now how many incorrect answers are there? 10. And for every incorrect answer minus 2 mark is given. So total marks for incorrect answer will be minus 2 into 10, which will be equal to minus 10. Now we have to find the total marks secured by her. Total marks will be 20 plus minus 20. Now we know 20 plus minus 20, which is equal to 20 minus 20 is 0. So what will be her total marks? The total marks be 0 marks. Okay. Similarly, this is an example. Similarly, you can attempt the example number 5 also. Okay. Just the same thing. Okay. You have to just calculate. You have to correctly calculate the signs. Okay. That is the main thing. The objective of this class is to use the sign multiplication. Okay. Use proper signs in multiplication. Okay. So you will use proper sign of multiplication by practicing. If you practice 4 or 5 times, then it will be easier for you to use the signs. Okay. Now for your homework I am giving you the exercise 1.3. Okay. I know there are some questions that you can do. There are some questions that might be a little bit harder for you, but most of them are easier. But even if there are some difficulties, then I will be there to guide you. Okay. So this is it for this chapter. We will meet in another video, which will be for the next part of this chapter, that is division of integers. Okay. So this is it for this chapter. We will meet in another video. Thank you.